Number 4, Kuma from Afro Samurai. Oh, this slippery motherfucker. I love and hate this guy. Love his character because it's badass, sleek, fast, bloodthirsty, and a total bad motherfucker. And then I hate him because you can never fucking hit him. Well, I'm sure you can. I've beaten the game, so this fucking guy, oh my god, he's a fast, hard-to-hit son of a bitch. With all those follies, he's still got a great background story. If you've seen the show, you know what I'm talking about. He's Afro's ex-best friend who was thought to have killed himself after Afro killed all their friends. And now he's backed with a high-tech helmet and a legend of the Bearman behind him. No wonder he was so powerful. God, I found no strategy in fighting this guy. Tried lots of different tactics. All sword, all kick, all block and sword, etc. I don't know. There's just no perfect way of beating him. Now, I'm sure there are better players out there than I am who can beat this guy without getting so much as a scratch on him. But maybe I just suck at it because I've only beaten him once. But still, he's my favorite of the 15 bosses in the game, and he's easily earned a place as one of my favorite fantasy villains of all time. He's up there with the Joker and Star Wars 4-6's Darth Vader, you know, before they made him a pussy. Score 8 out of 10, codename The Real Papa Bear. Number 3, the Shadow Queen, Paper Mario and the Thousand-Year Door. The first Paper Mario boss to actually kill me. Of course, that was mainly because I didn't know you're supposed to let her almost kill you before the Crystal Stars save your ass. Besides that, she's one bad chick. She's possessed Princess Peach. Alliteration. And she's gonna take over the world.
Of course!
Not only that, she's in a system that I love to see in video games. Bosses in a row. First, you get to kick the crap out of Grotus, who is a huge pansy, total letdown. Then Bowser and Candy Koopa show up. Then the Shadow Queen, who's perfected the style of kicking the crap out of heroes. She's big, she's bad, she's got those big shadow hand things that can absorb your health. She's just a really tough boss. Until I discovered her weakness. And I hate to tell you, but no spoilers here. You'll have to figure out the way I figured out how to beat her on your own. Let me give you a hint, though. It mainly involves using a specific number of your partners in the Quick Change badge. Wink, wink. The entire game building up to this fight, or in my case, that now I breeze past this chick, it ends up with me fighting the Bone Dragon at the bottom of a pit of 100 trials. It's still a really great way to end the game, though. The Shadow Queen is defeated and the world is right again. But I ask you, what the hell was up with that one experience point after you beat her? That was lame! I just saved the world! Just give me at least double that. Score 7 out of 10. Codename A Royal Ass Kicker. Number 2, Ultimate Chaos from Sonic DX. Just what I needed. I trekked my ass all over whatever the hell that place is called, finding rings and chaos emeralds, only for Dr. Son of a Bitch to steal them and make this giant blue pain in my ass. This is one of the most difficult bosses I've ever fought. At first, I had no idea what to do against this thing. It kicked my ass faster than Chuck Norris in a stiff wind. You've got lasers, cyclones, and a storm of energy to plow through to even get close. And you better be at full speed when you hit that dragon, or your ass ain't gonna make it. And you're gonna die. Because if this fight doesn't go perfectly, you better start over. Because you are f***ed. All in all, a great end boss, and one of the few that's actually too good for its game. Alongside Argarok from Twilight Princess and the Blind One boss from Turok 2. Score 8 out of 10. Codename Giant Gelatinous Chuck Norris. And the number 1 greatest video game villain is, or are, all the bosses from Super Mario RPG. Finally, all the bosses from my favorite game in any system. There's no way to pick a best, but anyone could play this game and pick a favorite. Mine, personally, is Bower. He's so crazy he makes Charlie Manson look like Chuck E. Cheese. He's so bad, he doesn't need help kicking your ass. He'll not only attack the characters, he'll attack the player by limiting their attack choices, forcing them to constantly change their strategy over and over, making fighting this guy not an exact science like a lot of other bosses. There are a lot of great bosses in this game, all of which are completely original and nothing but perfect. Kluix, an interdimensional being from Final Fantasy, and he's a boss I'm pretty sure is impossible to beat without the safety ring or the lazy shells. Then there's Smithy and all of his goons. Smithy himself is a satanic Santa Claus with a giant hammer and a machine gun built into his hands. His boys, Mac, a giant jumpy thing with fire magic, Boer, whom I've already mentioned, Yardiovich, a robot that can turn into different shapes, even going as far as to tickle a defenseless old man if you don't do what he says, Punchinello, who took over the Moleville mines, the Axum Rangers, another personal favorite, who steal a star from you to escape a volcano, forcing you to face their Breaker Beam, the almighty badass who guards Bowser's Keep, Boomer, and the giant sword Exor, who crashed into Bowser's Keep and was the gate to Smithy's factory, where you must face the Killer Clock, a team of magicians who team up with a snake robot, and robotic replicas of many of the bosses you've already defeated, labeling them simply Machine Made. Then there's the bosses who are out on their own. The Hammer Brothers, Croco, a thieving crocodile who eventually helps you in the game and becomes an anti-hero, Booster, who can also help you if you play your cards right, a Killer Cake from Marrymore, who adores in using status-altering magic, the Cat Beast Bellum, who turns people into scarecrows, Jinx, the Karate Master of Monstro Town, the Czar and Zombie Dragon from Barrel Volcano, Queen Valentina, who tried to usurp the crown of some cloud people, a giant squid, and Jonathan Jones, a giant shark who uses a fucking trident. Now, there's like 1,000 bosses in this game, so I may have forgotten one or two. So just trust me when I say these bosses are the best of the best. Every last one of them original and requiring different strategies to defeat. Score, perfect 10 out of 10. Codename, epic team of badasses. I hope you like my list so far. If you don't completely agree, that's okay. Debate me in the comments section. Just leave your shit out of it, alright? I don't need any bad mouthing on here. Leave that for the top 10 worst video game villains. Coming soon.